more coming up next on EA Sports.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Vikings coming into play. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game, maybe identify some situations where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. It's one of the most successful
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers, and hopefully what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Now Wilson, that's caught left side to tight end Pitts. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Fielded at about the 28. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year of the NFL now.
And what an incredible athlete with a cannon for an arm. And he's drawing comparisons to some of the best mobile QBs the league has ever seen. In addition, this is a young man who's learned from his mistakes along the way, prepares really well each and every time now, and he's got an opportunity to blossom in this system.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down, here's Willis. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 25 on second down, Willis. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. The Vikings 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
The numbers a week ago for Cook. 11 carries, a touchdown to go along with 124 yards.
So coming off the opener where they established the run and established it well, their goal is to make sure that the trend continues and to serve notice to the rest of the league that they might be a run-first team.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Willis will look to throw on first down. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Willis looking to throw on first down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Meanwhile, Willis' throw pulled in by Jefferson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. First down marker at the 5. It's second and goal. Second down, Willis looks to throw here. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. K.J. Osborne, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are able to move back in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 2. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings moving away. Taken in at the 3. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Escaping the pressure right. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but that's 4. That's a way to scramble from the view positively on either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be Vikings ball, first and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're getting some more time from our defense. They think you're going to pass when you run, and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And they run the option on second down. Cook now off the read option. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Through one quarter, 9-7 our score. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Second down throw coming by Willis. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
But they run the option here on 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Second down, here's an option right. And he's brought down. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
They'll try again. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this a 9-point game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he powers his way up past the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. Throwing is Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like it marched to the end zone. There's a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw again is Wilson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They're going for it with the option right. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Second down, here's Willis. His throw incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and it's knocked away and incomplete. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. It's going to be caught by Pitts. And they will get the 1st down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25. Wilson. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Again, Wilson. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So how about this for a turn of events? They cut the lead with a touchdown, and then on the ensuing kickoff, get the football right back.
And what a swing in a short amount of time because the momentum was totally against them. Now it's all in their favor. They've got a chance to go into the lead if they get the ball to the end zone.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now it's Wilson. Right back to Pitts again. Oh, he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. So here are the Vikings to take over. Last week, good result. They were able to beat the Detroit Lions, and now they are on the good side of the scoreboard right now as well. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Willis looking to throw it. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football open to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. Over the middle, caught by London. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson got his man. It's London. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Well, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Montgomery on the counter. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
I have to think a major focus in the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now Wilson on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they had a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, He's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
They find some open field here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40. It's taken down. 66 yards rushing for him. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Just like that, out of danger and out past the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10, Willis. They'll get this to Nwangu. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Throwing again on 2nd down. Willis. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Touchdown, Vikings! Good throw there. Two-out completion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends and we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. Now a throw here, hauled in. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Dancing to his left. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the 1st down before taking the hit.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. 2nd and 5. Now Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
I like how he hung in there and went through progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. There's Wilson to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Wilson. Touchdown! Drake London with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Willis with another keeper. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Being chased out left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And they're going to lose some on this play. Big knocked back to the 18. And now play down to the 2-minute break. We'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter play. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net.
You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down on the scoreboard. 1:45 to play. Now their lead is evaporated, but they still have a shot on first down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. Following a good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Willis to throw. Pass complete. It's Hockenson. And they're going to get this up to midfield. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll go option to the short side. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Throwing, Willis. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. But still need 1 completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have one last shot.
Here we go on 4th down. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Holding, offense.
Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Willis, got to have this one. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into point. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film,